at driver setups, okay? It's really important to make sure we're set up correctly. There's two posture tilts, okay? The first one is we tilt from the hips, and we get in a nice athletic posture. We want our middle fingers at the top of our knees, okay? So I'm not straight leg, I'm not squatting, so I don't want to look like this. I just want to be tilted out from the hips, let my arms hang, nice and athletic. Okay, so I've got pressure in the ball of my left foot, I'm into the arch of my right foot, and I can feel the ground, so I get grounded before I go. Okay, so that's my first posture. The second posture is if I take the club and put it in the center of my body line, and just, I'm centered, okay? So as I'm tilted, I'm just gonna take the shaft and tilt it to the left, because I'm right-handed, and as soon as the shaft hits the inside of my thigh, that's my second tilt. So we call that a secondary tilt.
Wow.
Okay? So the secondary tilt is important because we want that tilt of our upper body so that when we come into the ball, our head and our spine are behind it, so we can hit a little bit more up on the ball so the ball can go high. Okay? So with the ball positioned forward, in line with my left armpit, and I want my weight 60% probably on my right side, 40% on the left. I've got my club face even with the ball. I don't ground, for me, I don't ground my club on the ground with the driver because the ball's on a tee. A lot of people ground the club, then lift it up, ground it. And so I think for me, it's just easier because then I just take it right back to the ball.
How do you not miss that though when you're not? I've seen people do
Very
that.
carefully.
I just don't, I would be afraid I'd top it.
Well, it's a practice thing, right?
Okay.
So I just know where I want to deliver that club back to the ball. And I've practiced it for a long time because with the driver, we're not trying to hit the tee. We're hitting the ball. If we hit the tee, we're going to pop it up. Have you ever made a big mark on the top of your driver? That's because you're hitting the tee and not the ball. So, you know, where we have that foot powder and we spray foot powder on the driver, we want to hit the center of the face. Not the top of the club or the bottom of the club or the toe or the heel. We want to hit center of the, make contact. So we work on that with drivers. And, you know, for years I practiced hitting just the ball and leaving the tee in the ground. Because the reason why I buy tees and have wood tees here is so we can tell if we break tees. If you're breaking tees with the driver, your swing is too steep. Okay? And you're putting backspin on the ball. If the tee flies out, that's fine, but we don't want it to break. Okay, so you tee it high. Get the club set up to the ball positions forward, weight is 60% back on your right side, and you have your secondary tilt. So you notice that my head, everything is staying behind the ball. I'm not getting my right shoulder up and high. Can you see that? So I'm set up here.
And she's not getting her hands way forward pressed. They're not way ahead of the ball this way.
Correct.
When we make contact with the ball, with the driver, we want all of this to get to the ball at the same time.
Right, and sometimes we even want to feel like the shaft is going backwards, so the shaft is releasing, and we're back here releasing the club this way. So I never have my hands in front of the ball. It's set up with the driver.
How much do you rotate your body?
As much as I can.
So
I mean, I go for it. I mean, as much as you can get going and here and go. That's why the ball is forward, and it gives me as much time as I need so I can make as big a swing and I have as much time as I need to get back to it.
where are you hinging? Well, you're hinging when you're bringing.
I try to set the club as soon as I can, right? And then make my big turn.
Okay.
And then I can go and come back through it.
And when does the secondary tilt come into play?
That's set up.
Okay, so the armpit and the left thing.
Yeah, so the secondary tilt starts like